We are here with the Berry College men's and women's track and field team, continuing on with our 2019 Spring Media Day interviews here with head coach Luke Severson there on the end, junior Genesis Leggett, and senior Will Knowlton. First off, appreciate the time. It's kind of an interesting interview because it's kind of like 2-in-1. We're checking in with you guys for indoor season, and then we're looking ahead to the spring. So, Coach, you've already had plenty of competition so far under your belt with indoor. How has that been going for you?
Yeah, it's been going well. Indoor serves a purpose for us, just practicing and getting better at what we do. Our conference doesn't have an indoor conference championship, so for us it's just a chance to compete, a chance for the freshmen to get ready for outdoor, and we just use those experiences to kind of get better for outdoor. So we have 2 more meets left. We've already had a couple meets that have been fun and had some good performances, and so it's indoors coming to a close pretty quickly, and then we got a little bit of a break before we start outdoor in March.
How important is it to get that indoor experience, and how does that impact the team moving forward into outdoor?
Yeah, it's very important. Without it, it kind of, the year is just a long training cycle. And so to be able to have an indoor season to break that up and be able to, competition itself is great practice. And so it's really important. Without it, it would be hard to have a successful outdoor season for us. That's just the way our sport is at the NCAA level. So.
Genesis, for you coming off an injury last season, been pretty solid so far in indoor. How do you feel that you've been this year, and then what areas are you looking to improve the rest of the season?
Well, I feel like I've been doing well, but I haven't been doing to my own standard, so still trying to reach my own standard for what I expect of myself, and then just continuing that into outdoor, trying to make it in nationals for outdoor, break more of my own records. So.
Well, you've cross-country and indoor so far. First off, are you tired yet? And then how has indoor been for you, and what are you looking forward to the rest of the way?
Well, yeah, certainly I'm tired. Right now I feel like I'm in pretty good 10K shape and 8K shape coming off from cross-country season. And with our first meet in Roanoke and then really getting back into the training cycle, I haven't had too much speed work. And so getting used to that speed work has certainly made me tired. And right now I'm sort of transitioning from the longer distances to the shorter distances, which I'm excited about, but it's certainly been tiring lately.
How do you feel that you've improved so far this year? All conference in cross-country, all conference in track in your career. So how do you feel that you've improved up to this point?
Up to this point, as the years have sort of progressed, I feel like I've gone from doing pretty well in the shorter distances to really strengthening my endurance in the longer distances. So especially in cross country, and then in the 8K, 10K, and then even in the half marathon, I've made some significant gains. And so even for this track season, I'm sort of looking to maybe move away from that 400 speed, 800 speed, and maybe move towards the 1500 as my endurance has shifted higher and my speed work has sort of stayed stagnant.
Genesis, for you, your freshman year was just unreal. The Women's Field Athlete of the Year that season for outdoor. How do you replicate that, and how do you even improve on that now in your junior season?
Well, I am coming off of an injury, so just getting back to where I was and then working harder to beat that. I'm really just beating myself at this point, just trying to get better every day and get back to the marks that I was throwing my freshman year and early sophomore season, and then just improving on that.
Coach, looking ahead to outdoor now, where do you see the team's strengths being on both the women's side and then also on the men's side? Where do you think that other teams, once we get to conference especially, are really going to have to look out for Berry in those events?
Yeah, I think on the women's side, I think our throws is still a significant event group for us, both with Genesis, Carson. Both of them have traded injury seasons back to back, and so I'm hoping to get both of them, once they both get healthy and to where they were coming in as freshmen, we'll do a lot of damage there. We still have Alexa Bilski in the javelin. She was won conference her freshman year in the javelin, although that event's gotten stronger. So we have three women that could all potentially win conference titles in the throws, and so that'll help a lot. We have a strong freshman, Danae Rivera, coming in that could place as well in her events. I think our women's distance events are still really strong. Obviously, we have 2 NCAA cross country qualifiers, and Meredith and Abby coming back, and so and Bethany Turpin as well in the longer distances. So that's a lot of points for us there. We're really weak still and young in some of our other event areas in the jumps. We have a lot of depth in the pole vault, but the horizontal jumps and the sprints we're still and hurdles we're young. I think we have some good talent, but it might take a year or two for them to develop. On the men's side, our men's sprints group is really deep. We returned most of those guys off the 4x1 team last year that was conference title, and have some even stronger freshmen that are faster than those guys for the most part. So CJ Stone and Darrell Mims, the seniors in the sprint group, and they don't have to worry about football anymore, so they can concentrate just on the sprints. And so that group will be strong. I think our distance event group has traditionally been strong for us. We're still a little banged up and trying to get back into good shape after cross-country season. It's going to be tough to deal with roads still in that area. They won last year and on the backs of their distance runners. And that's really all they bring back. They're pretty young and everything else. And then our pole vault group, we went 1, 2, 3 in the pole vault last year for the men. We had a freshman guy that we could certainly go 1, 2, 3, 4 this year. So that'll be pretty strong for us too.
You touched on it a little bit, but once you get to that conference meet, which is kind of the meet that you work towards all year, what do you think, have you learned as a coach, and then you guys learned as athletes competing in that meet, how important is it to have a good mindset in your preparation going into that meet with how strong that the conference is?
Yeah, that's really important. I think with any meet, having the right mindset. Obviously, the struggle for the collegiate student athlete, especially at our level as D3, and with our students the way they are as far as academically minded, there's a lot on their plate. This year will be even more of a challenge as our conference meet got pushed back a week, and it's the first weekend of our finals. So that's going to be.
I don't see why that would be a problem.
Yeah,
that's
going to be on their mind. So it's going to take a little bit more focus for us. And this year we have to go all the way to Arkansas. Hendrix is hosting, so that's another travel aspect that makes it a little bit more challenging for us. But I think our students, we try to prepare through the season with the meets that we go to kind of build up to that, so they're a little bit more ready. But that's my feeling as kind of a coach. I think athletes, you have a different perspective on that. But.
Well, for the guys, where do you see the team right now heading into outdoor? What are your expectations for the guys' team, and then touch on conference a little bit too?
Well, right now, like Coach Severson said, on the distance side, we are kind of banged up coming from cross-country season and moving into track. We have probably about 4 or 5 guys who are currently managing injuries, and so that's sort of affecting the training cycle for them. So they're going to be a little bit behind moving into outdoor season. But if they can be healthy and, manage their current training cycles and their cross training and keep being diligent and moving into outdoor season, then I think we have a good shot at placing third, maybe even second in conference for the guys team, because just like cross country season, our guys do have a lot of depth on the team. We have a lot of different distances covered from the 800 all the way to the 10K.
So Genesis, on the women's side, how do you feel about the team overall? And then heading into conference, a 6th-place finish last year. In conference, obviously, probably not the result that we wanted. You'll be back this season, a lot of points coming from you. So what are you looking forward to the rest of the way for the women's team?
I'm looking forward to seeing all the freshmen. I see, a lot of dedication from them, and I'm looking forward to seeing them, break records. We've already had a couple of freshmen break a couple of records already in indoor season, so looking forward to that from them in outdoor season. And then with me, I'm just excited to actually compete in conference this year, so I think that will help a lot.
So, Coach, early March, we've got the Icebreakers. What are you looking forward to out of being home finally?
Yeah, it's a blessing, obviously, to have the facility that we do and being able to use it. So we want to showcase it. And so March 2nd is our home opener, the Icebreaker Duels. We have, I think, 14 or 15 colleges signed up for that. So good meet for us. And Center will come down, which is Center is going to be probably one of the big sleepers, both on the men's and women's side this year in our conference. They did well last year, and they still have a lot of young talent. And they have a senior that's a defending national champion in the steeplechase. And so it'll be good for us to be able to see where they're at going early on. And then we have our Field Day Invitational April 12th and 13th, a week later than usual, but that's also our Senior Day and Alumni Day, and so we're looking forward to that, hosting that meet as well. But as Will said, a lot of meets in March. Once we get outdoor going, things kind of roll every weekend for us, and it gets pretty crazy all the way until April. So.
Well, the Berry College track and field team, like Coach said, they're March 2nd. They will be home here at Valhalla Stadium, Dickey Field, Clark Track, all that good stuff. So looking forward to having them back. Be sure to follow Berry XCTF, Berry Cross Country Track and Field, one of the best Twitter accounts that we have, run by Coach Severson here. So appreciate the time today, and good luck to you guys the rest of the way.
Thank you.